Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Valerie and I'll be showing you how to crochet these pretty lovely cargo shorts. It's been requested by so many people and I just thought it will be nice for me to do a tutorial for them. So stay tuned, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And yeah, let's enjoy making the shorts. I'll be working with Rubinian 100% acrylic. Small ball, I'm going to double the strands. I'll be working with 2 strands. I'll work with 2.5 millimeter hook. I'll also need some scissors, darning needle, tape measure, and stitch markers. Anyway, they were all on my table, so I know you can see them. First, make a slip knot and then make a chain that when stretched it should be able to give you the measurements for your hips. Okay, a chain that when stretched it should give you the measurements for your hips. So I'm working on my shorts, meaning when I stretch this chain it should be able to give me the measurements for my hips, which by the way is 43. So I'll just go ahead and measure and see. Yeah, that's 43. So I'll just go ahead and join it together by a slip knot. So the first row we're going to chain 2. This chain 2, it's going to be our filler stitch. Okay, it's not a double crochet, and I'm going to be working with double crochet, so the chain 2 is going to be my filler stitch. So I'll just work a double crochet in the same stitch. You see, the same stitch, not in the next stitch as we usually do. So I'll just work in the same stitch and then continue with double crochets in each stitch. These are just normal double crochets, it's nothing complicated, so I believe anyone can do them. So the first row is going to be a row of double crochets, normal double crochets. Okay, so we are going to work 5 rows of double crochets. We're going to work 5 rows of double crochets before we start doing our increase. So these are just normal double crochets. I think I'm just going to leave you to go ahead and complete the row, because there is nothing hard here, there's nothing difficult, so just go ahead and complete. I'll meet you there. I'm right here at the end of the row to show you what happens with the filler stitch. Okay, so with the filler stitch, you're not supposed to chain on the filler stitch. So meaning we're going to make a slip knot on the top of the first double crochet we made. Okay, you slip stitch on the first double crochet that you made and then chain 2 and repeat what we did with the first row. You chain 2 in the same stitch, you work your first double crochet, and you continue working double crochets in each stitch. We just work double crochets to the end of the row. So just go ahead and work. I'll meet you there. So again, I'm here. Remember not to work on your filler stitch, okay? The two chains are not supposed to be worked on. So you slip stitch on the top of the first double crochet, okay? You slip stitch on the top of the first double crochet. So you chain 2, work in the same stitch your first double crochet, and then continue working double crochets to the completion of the row. So remember, we need 5 rows before we start doing our increase, okay? And this is our 3rd row, so we need 2 more. So just go ahead and complete the row. I'll meet you again at the end. So I'm right here at the end of the row to show you for the last time how to work with the filler stitch, okay? The filler stitch is not supposed to be worked on or in. You just have to ignore it. Assume it's not there. Okay? Work on the top of the first double crochet. And then chain 2, and in the same stitch you work your first double crochet. I believe you can now see the effect of the filler stitch at the joining area. So this is the 4th row, and remember we need 5 rows before we start increasing. So I'll just leave you to go ahead and complete the 2 rows that are remaining, and then I'll meet you on the 5th row to complete it with you. Okay, I'm back, so let's complete the row and chain 2 just like we've been doing. So for the 6th row, we're going to be working increases, as I had said earlier. So for my case, I'm going to work 8 increases for the following 4 rows. Okay, 8 increases each row. So this is the 6th row. So the 7th, 8th, 9th, and the 10th row. Okay, the 9th, yeah. I'll be working increases 8 on each row. While working increases, I'll be measuring my work to see if stretched, it can give me the measurements for my hips. So that's what we're aiming at. When you work, please stretch your work to see if it can give you the measurements for your hips, because you know we differ in sizes. There is someone who can work 2 rows of increases, then when stretched, it gives them the measurements for their hips. So while working, please stretch your work, measure to see if it gives you the measurements for your hips. Otherwise, we're going to work 4 rows of I'm going to work 4 rows of increases. I'm going to be working 8 increases on each row. I believe each one of us knows how to work an increase. Well, if you don't know how to, you just work 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. You can choose to count, let's say 10, then you work an increase, 10, then you work an increase, okay? So just go ahead and complete your increase rows. I'll complete mine and I'll take measurements to see if they can give me my hips measurements. Yeah, here I am. you have to stretch your work, okay? So when it's stretched, it gives me my hips measurements, and I'm okay with that. So next we're going to work 11 rows without increases. So I'm going to leave you to work yours, and I'll work mine off camera, and I will be back to show you how to make the leg holes. So I'm back with my 20 rows. So this is how I find my mid part. So just make sure the two sides measure the same, okay? You can just go ahead and measure to see if they are equal. They should be equal, okay? The two leg holes should be equal. So mine are equal. I'm just confirming to see the length of my short. So we'll just go ahead and make a chain. Make a chain of, okay, I'm going to make a chain of 9. I'm going to make a chain of 9. I don't know how many will work for you, but for my case 9 will be okay for me. I'll just attach where I put my stitch marker. I'll attach by slip stitching there, and then I'll cut my yarn. So I'll just chain 1 and then cut my yarn. So remember I made a chain of 9 stitches, so I'll just count, and then I'll attach my yarn in the mid stitch, which is the fifth stitch. So I'll just slip stitch there and make a chain of 2, and then continue working double crochets. Continue working double crochets just as we were doing before with the body, okay? Just like we were doing before. So it's just chain 2 and then work double crochets around the leg hole. So while you're working, you just make sure that the knots, the hanging yarns are hanging on the wrong side of your project. Like for my case, I'm working from the wrong side of my project, okay? That's why the yarns are hanging on the outside side, because it's the wrong side of my project. So there is nothing hard as up to here or difficult. It's just the normal double crochets that we've been working. The only difference is that now we're going to be working one leg hole, and then we will work the other one. So yeah, it's nothing complicated. It's just simple normal double crochets without any increase, without any reduction. So yeah, just go ahead and complete. I'll meet you at the end and show you again how to work with the filler stitch, okay? I feel like I should just leave you to go ahead and complete this leg hole, but anyway, show you this row and maybe the next one, and then I'll leave you to complete the whole leg hole. So just remember not to work on the filler stitch or in the filler stitch. You slip stitch on the top of the first double crochet that we made. Okay, so from here there is nothing complicated, it's simple, just like we were doing with the body. Double crochets. Just remember the filler stitch, then you're good. So I'm just working with you this second row on the leg hole, then I'll leave you to go ahead and complete the rest of the part. Okay, so I'm here at the end of the row again to show you how to work with the filler stitch. So the filler stitch, we said we just ignore it, then we work on top of the first double crochet. So that's it. So you just go ahead and complete this part. So remember I said you need your length measurements. So for my case I need 18 inches for my length, so I'll just work like 16 inches or 16.5, because remember we've not worked the waist ribbing, which will also count in the measurements. Okay, so here's my work. I have worked a total of 14 rows, so I'll just go ahead and measure to see how many inches they are. So that's 16 inches. So I'm going to work the 15th row, and this 15th row is going to be a ribbing. See, I'm going to do a ribbing. So I'm just going to chain 2 and then turn my work, because I want to be working from the right side of my project. So with the 15th row we will be working on the front post and the normal double crochet. So we're going to be working front post and normal double crochet. So it's front post, and normal double crochet. Okay, so that's how we will be doing the ribbing for the leg hole. So that's the pattern for this row. Just going to work front post and normal double crochet. So I'm going to leave you to go ahead and complete the row. I'll complete mine, and okay, I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I'm here at the end of the row. I'm going to show you how to slip stitch on top of the first front post, and then we're going to chain 1 and work single crochets around. Okay, So for the single crochet row, it's entirely up to you. You can choose whether to do it or not. Okay. So I'll just leave you to go ahead and complete this row of single crochets. I'll meet you here. So I'm right here at the end of the row. I'll just slip stitch, chain one, then cut the yarn. So I believe you can see the difference between the right side and the wrong side of my work. See the right side and the wrong side. So I'll just go ahead and measure this leg to see how many inches I attained. So that's 16.5 inches, not bad. So for the other leg, I feel like I should just leave you to go ahead and work it. You just have to remember to attach your yarn in the middle stitch. Okay, remember we made a chain of 9 stitches, so attach your yarn in the middle stitch, the 5th stitch, and then just do the same thing as we did with the other leg. Okay, just do the same thing that we did with the other leg. So it's not difficult, it's very simple. So I think I'm at this point, I'm just going to leave you to go ahead and work this leg. I'll work mine off camera, and when I come back I'll have my both legs ready. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to call them legs or parts, but I'll just come with both of them done. Okay. Yeah, so here I am. Here's my work. So I'll just go ahead and turn it the right side out, and then I'll go ahead and work on the waist ribbing on the waistband. So I'll just attach my yarn, chain 2, and then I'll work double crochets around. So for this row, the first row that I'm going to work here, I'll do a reduction. I'll do 5 reductions. Okay, so I'll just do them randomly, 5 reductions. So I don't know how many will work for you, but even if they're 2, you can just do any, even if they're 2, 3 or 4. But for my case, I'm going to do 5 reductions. So this is how you do a reduction. Okay, I'll repeat. Yeah, so I'll just do 5 of them randomly, not at the same place, of course. I'll just do them randomly. So that's it. You can just choose, maybe you can do 4, 3 or 6, Just choose depending on your size, okay? So I'll just go ahead and work this row, and I'll leave you to work yours. I'll meet you at the end of it, okay? So just remember to work at least 4 or 5 reductions, because we want our waist to be small. We don't want it to hang, to look funny. I don't know the perfect English to use, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm here at the end of the row, so I'll just slip stitch and chain 2. So for the next row we're going to work the ribbing just as the one we did with the legs, although we won't be doing single crochet, a row for single crochet. So you're just going to work front post, normal double crochets, 2 rows, okay? For the legs we did 1 row, but for this we're going to do 2 rows. So it's normal double crochet, you work a front post, normal double crochet, we work a front post. Yeah, that's the pattern for this row. You just work front post and normal double crochet. So just go ahead and complete. I'll meet you here. So I'm right here at the end of the row. Just slip stitch and work our final row. So the waistband is stretchy, it's stretchy, super stretchy. So chain 2 and work in the front post and on top of the double crochets that we are making. So it's front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet. It's front post, double crochet, do not forget. So after working this row, we will go ahead and work on our pockets. We want to be doing the row of single crochets here, so we'll just go ahead and work on our pockets, you see. So let's just complete this so we can work our pockets. So after completing, remember to cut the yarn and fastening off. You'll fasten off after the project maybe, but just remember you have to fasten off the hanging yarns, okay? So that's how you will fold your shirt, and one side should be facing you, the sideways, one side should be facing you, and when attaching the pockets, the side pockets, the front side of your shirt should have a wider coverage compared to the back, because remember at the back we also have another pocket. So yeah, the front side, this is what I'm talking about, the front side and the back side, you see the coverage, because remember we will have another pocket for the back side. Okay, so the front side should have at least a wider coverage compared to the back side. So just go ahead and take the measurements you want. For my case, I'm going to work a pocket that will accommodate my phone. So we all have phones with different sizes, so I don't know about yours, but mine, I'm going to make a chain of 29. Yeah, 29, which is equivalent to 7.5 inches. So for this case, for the side pockets, I'm going to work 7.5 inches by 6 inches. Yeah, I'm going to work 7.5 inches by 6 inches. Then for the back side, I'll work 6.5 inches by 5 inches. So for the side pockets, I'll work 7.5 by 6 inches, and for the back pockets I'll work 6.5 inches by 5 inches. So yeah, that's how I'll work my pockets. So I'll just work them off camera, time. I'll work off camera and I'll leave you to work yours. When I come back, I'll come back with my all pieces. I'm back with all my pockets done. So I'll just attach them where I had put my stitch markers. So that's my back pocket and this is my side pocket for one leg. So that's how you're supposed to attach them. And then they can cover up. Okay, I don't know how to call it, but yeah, this I did 5 rows of double crochets. So I'll just go ahead and attach the pocket on the short. Attaching is simple and you can attach it in a way that you understand better, but for me this is my way of attaching it. I'm so sleepy, guys. It's I don't know, it's 2 a.m. and I feel so sleepy. So that's how you attach your pockets. Okay, that's how I'm attaching my pockets. I don't know how you'll attach yours, but remember to work from the right side, because these pockets should look like machine made. Machine made. Yeah, they should look good. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and attach this one, and I'll attach the back one, the cover part, and do the same on for the other leg, and then I'll come back with my whole parts done. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, they look so good. So this cover part you just go ahead and attach it also. So after attaching, we will go ahead and make a chain that will act as our belt. A chain of 250 stitches. Okay, but if you are doing 250, because I'll be working with two chains, I'll pull them in different loops. Okay, but if you want to work with one, you can just do a chain of 150 stitches. So I'm just pulling each chain in different loop. It just works better this way for me. It works so good this way for me. Yay, so that's it. We're done with our work, and this is how it looks like. And at this point, you can try it on. I hope you enjoyed making your shirt, and I can't wait to see your version. So this is me, and my shirt fits so well. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, I need you guys to support me. The more subscribers I have, the more motivation I get to post more. So please subscribe. Bye. See you in the next tutorial.